Hey guys, Noddy from QCF here. I want to go over something real quick, and that is that concern about if I take CBD, will it show up on a drug test? Well, honestly, there actually still is a possibility. But it's not all CBD. The problem is that manufacturing guidelines, where it's gotten from, how it's filtered, how the CBD is processed. There are so many different factors. Your metabolization of the 0.03 or 0.003 or 0.00 really doesn't really matter. Of THC really can make a difference in whether it's going to show up on a drug test. It's a hit or miss. It really is. And I know that's going to definitely bother people and kind of stray you away from the absolutely amazing benefits of CBD. But there are manufacturers that do make sure it goes through a lab, so, like Cantech Solutions out of Oklahoma City. Their stuff always comes with lab paperwork. When I first started taking it, I even asked them, will it show up on a drug test? Because I didn't need that business, But they assured me it wouldn't, and it hasn't. And I take their Silver Line 0.5 mil in the morning and then 0.5 at night, so 1 mil a day, and it's never shown up, which is good. But there are so many different factors that can still have the slight possibility of showing up on a drug test, and that's the unfortunate part about it. It depends on where you get it from, what lab testing they've done with it. If a company is more than willing to back and stake their company line on the fact that it's not going to show up, that's kind of a dangerous mix, because not every person's the same. And making it 100% pure with no THC still seems to be an art form that needs to be handled. And places like Cantech Solutions, Cantech Labs out of Oklahoma City is actually working very diligently to make that happen. But it's with the type of market that's going on with CBD and how easily it can be processed and sold, it's almost like K2 and Spice all over again, where anybody can, basically make this stuff. They don't have to test it for anything or process it in a way that shows proper lab results. So it's the wild, wild west, and that's a disaster. But if you get it from a lab and you get a sheet with it, it lessens the chance of it being somebody's garage-based CBD tinctures with a THC content that's ridiculous. It's a hit and miss, it really is. But, I took the risk, and it's never shown up. But it has helped me in more ways than I can ever really explain. Another thing is that the thing about CBD, if you get it from a proper source, if you consume the whole bottle, you won't get high. I'm sorry, you won't. Now, if you got it off of Joe Schmo, who makes personal CBD bottles out of his garage, and he's surrounded by plants and all he does is smoke it, and he doesn't have huge control factors and a proper warehouse procedures and proper processing and cultivation, and if it's just this whole disaster, fucking Tukey Poo Shoes, down in the corner sell CBD, well, you might get high off that, but that's not CBD. It's not the pure CBD or refined CBD that you need, right? But there's people who I've already heard stories about that have they purchased a large amount of CBD, consumed almost 8 grams worth in a sitting, and then couldn't move because they were just so high. The only thing high at that point is my blood pressure, because you're irritating the shit out of me. Excuse my language, but when it's properly done, lab tested, it's got a controlled environment with all these factors, and the percentage is barely 0.02, or the content is barely 0.02 a gram. You would have to consume so much to get high off CBD. So much, like enough where you're already probably throwing up. You've consumed enough. But I know a lot of people worried about the whole CBD thing and THC, and the point is that not everybody's body metabolizes the same. Not every CBD is created equal, and that's just the truth of it. You know, you got to do your research. You got to do your research when you're looking at starting doing CBD, and just if it fits you, then you know you got to weigh the risks against what you're gonna get from it. And that's it, man. Just, you know, you can keep popping 38 pills, or you can take a risk. Because I'll tell you what, I took the risk because I've got pills that every year just turn out to be the next great addiction, the next epidemic, the next thing noted by, we'll say, a government agency as turning into the new Schedule 1, or the new addiction, because opioids nobody can get a hold of as easily. So now they're switching to things like gabapentin, you know, and it's creating an addiction crisis and overdoses every year. So I you know, the risk made sense to me. You know, it's a lot easier risk, especially with a lot of the other issues I have from the medications that I've been taking for the better part of 8, 7, 6, 5, so 10 maybe 12 years. Weigh the risk. Do your research. You know, validate the company you're getting them from. Really look into it. The word of mouth is garbage nowadays. It is trash. It is trash. Word of mouth is trash. Don't believe old friggin' Jacob Marley over here, who is 22 years old, that says that the refining process is amazing. They do an excellent job. Because it's the same guy who's attempting to, you know, like build the world's tallest bong out of fingernail clippings or something. I'm not saying that's bad, but it's gross. Ugh. Anyway, do your research, do your personal research, you know, on CBD products. Look into it. Check out Cantech. I've done my research. I've been on Koi and a few other companies that had them as vape products. I didn't get huge results. I went through Cantech out of Oklahoma City, and the results have been life-changing. Amazing stuff. But anyways, so that's my thought. You know, if you think I'm wrong, let me know. You know, let me know. Back it up with data. Back it up with data. Teach me so I can better educate others. You know what I mean? Word of mouth doesn't count. I need links, not Wikipedia or pharma leaf grown gluten.com or some of that garbage. I don't need that. Hit me up with some real educational studies, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good day.